Hey, it's MK, and I am back with Christy's Beautiful Life, best of 30 days of sketches. This is the sketch that I will be creating today, and it is by Susanna Lee. I absolutely love this sketch because those hearts could represent anything, and for me, it's going to represent circles and camera lenses. Yay! So here are the embellishments that I made a couple days ago. I've got all of my cute little lenses. I love the extras that I made because there is no right way for them to be laid out on this layout. The only one that really needs to go in a specific direction is the title one. So I'm super excited to see what's going on. I also have all of my leftover bits, the extra circles I didn't use, the extra clips I didn't use, and then of course these clips from 49 in Market. The more that I look at them, the more they are just too thick for a layout. So I'm not really sure if they're supposed to go on like a chipboard album or something. I don't know, but I'm still going to see if I can add at least one to my layout. Okay, I also pulled out this gorgeous camera lens with flowers all over it from the Minte Mamarazzi collection, and I'm going to use that ginormous lens. And then I have this French vanilla from Close to My Heart. It's an off-white that I think goes really well with the Minte collections. All right, so the first thing I did was I chopped off the two sides that didn't really have any floral-y bits at all. At first I was going to chop off the floral bits from the cameras, and I thought, no, I'm not sure what exactly I'm going to be doing yet. So let's just see how I can get this to work, and then we'll go from there. All right, so then I cut my photos down and I sliced off my first piece, and my photos are they're too gappy. I didn't want a huge gap in between my photos or anything like that. And now I'm just trying to figure out how I want this camera. I was debating whether or not to cut it in the other three sections that are above the photos. And then I realized I designed all of my elements for the pattern paper to be at the top of the layout, not on the side of the layout. So now I have to go and reprint my photos and cut them again because I cut them wrong. They were too skinny and they didn't work. So recut them. I actually zoomed in to the one of me and my husband and just picked the one of my husband and left me out, which is fine. And now I like it a lot more. And I decided I'm not going to do the three sections of the camera lens, even though that still would have looked really good. I just didn't feel like doing the math of figuring out the two skinny strips and the one large strip. So I'm okay with the way that it looks at the moment. Actually, it's going to stay like this. Now I'm just going to be working on all of these embellishments, and I'm going to bring in every single cluster that I created and make that really cool strip. And then where it says title here, way down at the bottom, I'm going to have my embellishment creep all the way down into that section, into that area of the title. And so my quote unquote hearts are going to go across the bottom where the pattern paper ends, but I'm going to have it kind of flow into the title. So that was my thought process and my plan, and I really like it so far, except for when I come to try to fill in the gaps. So I'm trying to, I haven't yet. I'm gluing everything down because I really like it, but I'm trying to fill in the gaps, and everything that I touch is blue, and it just feels like I'm using the same color over and over again. So I'm adding in some dimension. I pulled in some dimensional squares, and I'm popping some of those things up. And the reason why I'm popping those up is because of the metal bits that I brought in. So I brought in some brads as well as those tabs, and they do add a little bit of bulk. So when I add bulk like that, I always add the dimensionals as well, or the foam dots. These ones happen to be squares and rectangles, not dots, but you get the idea. I add that just to make it look like I intentionally wanted dimension on this layout, not just that I had to because of the Brad told me to, right? But I do want to fill in the gap where it is showing the harsh line of where the pattern paper ends. I love how all these camera lenses look on this page. I've got this one really huge one and then several small ones. And the reason is because it looks like it's almost like all the time there's a camera in your face type of deal. And that's what I was trying to represent, because my husband in these photos was, come on, really? He just really was in one of those moods that he's had enough of the whole photo thing. He's done. He smiles wonky. He was showing me his mouth full of food, and just everything to be obnoxious to make me put the camera away. And I thought, you know what? Those pictures are going in your album too. Ha ha. You know, I mean, seriously. This was the kids and I took him out to dinner for his birthday, and this was his, because we were rude and told the waiter that it was his birthday, and this was his birthday dessert. The kids are actually sitting at another table. You can see my son's plaid shirt in the background. The kids get to sit at their own table at this restaurant. So the adults kind of get their own little table. We're not very far away. The picture makes it look like we're a whole restaurant away, but we honestly are not. We are within, earshot and arm's length of each other. I don't know why the camera made it look like it was so far away, but we're not. It's just the kids feel so grown up when they all get to sit at their own table, and this restaurant accommodates them so well. I absolutely love it. But yes, I wanted to portray how my husband feels like he always has a camera in his face, and I feel like this layout definitely says in your face. With the camera lenses. But the photos that I had to choose from for this day almost did not make it into a layout, because it's just, the food one I couldn't even look at myself. And I was going to do it as a flip flap. And that was one of the original 3 photos that I had for this layout. And then it just ended up, not even making it. When I reprinted, I thought, you know what? I'm just not. It's too gross. So anyways, this is it. This is the layout that I created. It makes me very, very happy. I absolutely love it because of the representation. It represents exactly what I wanted it to say. It just says, your camera's in my face all the time. And, truth be told, it is. Sorry. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and, listening to my crazy wonky story and the reasoning why sometimes I scrap random things. Honestly, totally random things. I definitely didn't want to do a whole birthday layout about this, because we don't really go out and celebrate the whole birthday thing. It's a dinner out, a dessert, and we're golden. We don't really do the balloons and the party favors and the people and all that stuff for birthdays. It's just a family ordeal, and so I definitely didn't want to do that, but I definitely wanted to portray the moment that my husband feels about a camera in his face. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I truly, truly appreciate it. Please be sure to check out the playlist down below that Christy has put together. Oh my stars. It's huge and I love it. And I just love the fact that I can just push one play button and they're all right there. I love it, you guys. All right. Thank you so much, and I'll check y'all later. Bye.